You know how all the cool kids are making custom Call of Duty skins these days? Well, today we're taking it to the next level, but instead of pixels, they're 500-pound Hellfire missiles, and instead of lag, it's 5 milliseconds, a fraction of the time a human takes to blink. Welcome to the new era of drone warfare. Strap in as we dissect the latest AI drones set to turn warfare on its head in 2025. This is Warbytes 60, coding conflicts 1 byte at a time. Welcome back, gang. You ever play a game where there are so many enemies on screen it starts lagging? Yeah, well, imagine that. First, you take an affordable platform, something like the DJI Mavic Mini. Do you need ship detection, GPS denial, or autonomous attack? Simply install the relevant model, and voila, you've got a purpose-built platform. Finally, repeat this process thousands of times, creating an army of identical drones, each acting as an individual node within a larger swarm intelligence. Then you strip it down and replace the consumer electronics with open source hardware. There's no single point of failure. One goes down, the others adapt and overcome. Within seconds, the drones were airborne. Within minutes, they had infiltrated the airspace. Every aspect of the mission, from takeoff to target prioritization, was dictated by algorithms that crunched vast amounts of data in real time. Human observers monitored the swarm's progress, but they didn't intervene. They watched as the drones made decisions faster and more accurately than any human could, thanks to AI-assisted route planning that factored in real-time environmental data. As the drones closed in on their targets, onboard sensors kicked into gear, identifying and locking onto the radars. The final step, autonomous engagement. According to reports, Ukraine is integrating machine learning into its arsenal of first-person view kamikaze drones. The algorithm knows the difference between a legitimate target and a protected asset. Plus, it can track targets in motion, adjusting mid-course to ensure a hit. Meanwhile, Russia is deploying AI-assisted networks of Shahed drones, overwhelming enemy defenses with sheer numbers. It can reroute around obstacles, adjust its formation in response to threats, and even reassign targets dynamically. There's no rigid hierarchy, no single point of failure. Each drone carried a small but potent payload, delivering a precise and deadly blow to the radars, effectively taking them offline. The US military is clearly leading the charge, but rivals aren't far behind. From Russia to China, Iran, and North Korea, the race to master swarm technology is on. Picture this: swarms of nano-sized drones, each weighing just a few grams but carrying enough explosives to make a significant impact. Perhaps some drones fly high above, gathering intel while smaller drones dive into enemy territory, relaying information to ground robots that navigate complex urban environments. Imagine a swarm that can enter a building undetected, locate high-value targets, and neutralize them with pinpoint accuracy, all without risking the lives of human operators. Some Pentagon planners even predict fully autonomous multi-domain swarms by 2030, able to plan, execute, and adapt to changing conditions without human intervention. So the question isn't whether swarms will be used, but how and when. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and stay safe. What about the ethics of autonomous warfare? Is it morally acceptable to entrust algorithms with life and death decisions? Critics argue that machines lack the moral compass to distinguish between combatants and civilians, that they'll prioritize efficiency over ethics. Now, throw in a robust control architecture based on ROS, or Robot Operating System, layer in some reinforcement learning to optimize mission performance, and you've got yourself a formidable force multiplier. We need clear ethical guidelines, robust legal frameworks, and public discourse that keeps pace with technological advancement. The swarm isn't just a tool of war, it's a paradigm shift. It challenges our notions of strategy, tactics, and even morality. It's a chess move so audacious it feels like cheating, and that safeguards can be put in place to ensure human oversight. Ultimately, it's a tightrope walk between harnessing the power of AI and safeguarding against its pitfalls. For example, Artipilot for flight control, PX4 for sensors and actuators, and MavLink for communication. This stack integrates seamlessly with any compatible autopilot, giving you full access to the hardware in the loop. 5 years ago, hobbyist quadcopters were pretty much glorified flying GoPros. Fast forward to now, slip in a neural network chip, and you've got real-time object recognition, GPS-denied navigation, and priority targeting, all on a platform that costs less than an iPhone. They've just unveiled their Overkill program, an indigenously built suicide drone equipped with US-German Auterion firmware. Overkill is designed to saturate airspace during an amphibious landing, confusing and decimating the Chinese forces. The key, as with any swarm, is self-organization. Each drone acts independently, yet contributes to a larger strategy. This year, the U.S. Air Force conducted a test, dropping 100 custom-built drones simultaneously over a virtual air defense site. But ethics aside, what are the advantages of such a system? Let's start with speed. An algorithm doesn't need sleep, food, or oxygen. It operates at machine speed, making decisions in milliseconds. This translates into lightning-fast reactions, preempting enemy moves before they materialize. Their most ambitious project to date, the low-cost Autonomous Aircraft Technology LCA. Brown Jr., the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, revealed a successful test involving a fleet of 25 drones that took off, navigated to a predefined area, and landed autonomously. That was just the beginning. On June 13, 2025, everything changed. This initiative leverages inexpensive commercially available drones modified with AI software for autonomous flight and engagement, and in less than 60 seconds they neutralized it. The kicker, there was no pilot in the loop, no human in the know. Their mission, infiltrate a simulated integrated air defense system and neutralize multiple radar arrays. The result, mission accomplished in 60 seconds. The drones effectively organized themselves into a self-sufficient killing machine. Imagine 50, 100, or even 1,000 such units operating in concert. Suddenly, a single commercial vision processing unit becomes a blind spot, a deaf ear, a sting everywhere at once. That's the power of the swarm. Now, think of this not as some sci-fi plot device, but as a redefinition of war. The US military calls it a swarm. We call it the future. In essence, a swarm isn't merely a group of drones. It's a hive mind. Each component, though individually expendable, forms part of a collective entity capable of independent thought and action. Put simply, if you take out one, the others keep going. It's like an internet meme turned nightmare. But here's the big. A swarm isn't just conceptually different, it represents an order of magnitude leap in technological sophistication. Now let's run those numbers up a few notches, and guess what? The tech to make it happen is already here. Let me show you how it works. Then comes the brains of the operation, machine learning algorithms tailored to your mission profile. And don't worry about connectivity, these bad boys operate on mesh networks, meaning communication routes are decentralized. Now the question is, what does it do? The US Air Force has been flirting with swarm technology for years. In 2022, General Charles C. Q. At the Nevada Test and Training Range, the Air Force unleashed a swarm of 100 small drones. How did they pull it off? Consider the timeline. But this wasn't just a test of firepower. It was a showcase of data-driven decision-making. Now, you might be wondering about the human element. Were there pilots in the loop? The answer is no. This was a fully autonomous operation. The implications are profound. This wasn't just a drill, it was a glimpse into the future of warfare. But America isn't alone in this race. Ukraine and Russia are hot on the trail. Then there's Taiwan, locked in an ongoing struggle with China. It's like having an army of paper cuts that learn and adapt. Next, consider accuracy. AI-driven targeting reduces friendly fire incidents to near zero. What about adaptability? Here, too, the swarm has the edge. But wait, let's shift gears and tackle the elephant in the room. However, proponents counter that machine precision can actually reduce collateral damage, that algorithms can be programmed to respect international law. But the genie is out of the bottle. Nations and private firms are pouring billions into developing autonomous drone technology. As we stand on the precipice of this brave new world, it's essential to prepare. But as with any new tactic, the advantage goes to those who adopt it first. And the prize is nothing less than dominance on the modern battlefield. So what's next for the swarm? But it doesn't end there. Think of mixed domain packs where flying units work in tandem with ground robots, sharing data to create a real-time battlefield map. The possibilities are as limitless as the data they rely on. They're like the ultimate Swiss Army knife of warfare, only smarter, deadlier, and driven by pure algorithms. This is Warbytes 60. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new.